Hi everyone, it's Peggy Merwin with Stamp with Peggy. Today is Monday, February 28th, the last day of February and the last day of celebration. So if you didn't get your orders placed, get in there and get it done because midnight, the the carriage turns back into a pumpkin and celebration items will be gone. So make sure you jump in and get those things placed, the final orders. Hi, Sue. Thanks for joining. Hopefully everybody had a good weekend. We had a busy working weekend. Hi, Nancy. Tony's working downstairs still. I can't wait to be able to show you when the project is all done, but it will still be a while. So I'm scooted over and you have all different views that aren't quite as pretty behind me. Hi, Helen. Hi, Roseanne. I think I saw somebody else jump in. So thank you guys all for joining tonight. So again, yeah, we worked all weekend. I was busy working on retreat. That is this weekend. I'm so excited. Can't wait to see you guys. Many of you who are joining us tonight I will get to see you Friday night and spend the whole weekend with you. So that's exciting. I can't wait. Few tiring hours yet finishing things up. Tina just got back from her cruise, so she's busy finishing things up and recouping from her wonderful cruise. So yay! Okay, so tonight we are doing, first of all, let's do the prize from last week's comments and shares. So again, thank you guys all so much for that. All the hearts and the thumbs up and sharing and telling everybody else. My subscribership is growing, smally, but it's growing. So I appreciate everything that you guys do to help that. Thank you. So one lucky person gets the cardstock 3x3 sampler pack. It's got all 48 colors plus the 12 in colors. So I think there's 60 different colors in here. It's got a ring so that you can connect them. I am not putting it together. I'm letting you so that you can arrange the colors in any way you like, okay? So this is going to, drum roll, brand new person that started watching, Catherine Marie. So Catherine, if you're watching tonight, send me a message, leave a comment with your address so that I can get this popped in the mail to you. And you'll be able to enjoy this lovely little fun treat. So let me move this. I'm on the opposite end of my table tonight and it's just really throwing this lefty off by doing it. Okay, so let me look for the video from tonight so that I can watch for comments. All right, there we go. Okay, so comment away. Tell me what things you did over the weekend. Make sure that you share some of the things that you do. Annie shared a couple of projects that her and Tina did over the weekend. This morning, I think, or sometime today, I approved another one that went on the website. She loved doing the craft ink that we did 2 weeks ago. So that was fun. So share away. I love to see the things that you're doing. Linda Vanderspool, I know, is wonderful about that. Becky White, thank you so much for sharing the video. Okay, so tonight we are using, yesterday was my Sunday Fun Day class, and we used the Heart and Homes card and envelopes pack and the Memories and More pack. And then they also received a package of the doilies that we used a little bit, and they received the brushed brass butterflies. Absolutely love these. I don't think you can have enough of these. They are fabulous. So we used those and we made 10 cards, and I'm going to share 5 that I shared on my blog last night or today's post. And then we had leftover pieces. And so I used the leftover pieces and the envelopes, which we did not use, and made a fun project for tonight. So let's go ahead. I'm going to turn the camera down and I'm going to kind of share the catalog a little bit with you, and then we're going to start on our projects. So hang on a second, close your eyes. Let's get this down. Let's get this down. Maybe over spring break, I'll work on a better way to do this, huh? All right, coming back up. All right, get the cords out of the way, make sure that we're charging. Okay, we got to scoot everything up. Okay, so pages 58 and 59 in the catalog. are the Heart and Home Suite. Sample cards here are beautiful. And then there's two different stamp sets. There's a Hives 3D embossing folder. There's ribbon, there's classic matte dots, there's the doilies. This is the Memory and More cards, and I can't show you because I used almost everything that I had in the kit between the class yesterday and then the project tonight. This is cards and envelope, and then there is designer paper, so you can stretch things more just using the designer paper. So for the first set of cards that we did yesterday at the Sunday Fun Day, we used the smaller note cards, but I used them as designer paper, not as card bases, okay? I went with a standard sized card base, and I used Fresh Freesia as my base color, okay? So I used Fresh Freesia, Smoky Slate, and then this is one of the cards in the kit. And this is one of the card bases. So I just cut it down and used it as designer paper. On this one, I added the Fresh Freesia ribbon across because the score line from cutting it down is right here. So the ribbon covered it up and then it just balanced it out. We added these fun little butterflies on there. Okay, so that's one. This one is another. We added the doily, and this is just one of the 3x4 cards. This one's kind of a fun fold. And so again, we used one of the card bases for the background, and then one of the cards, added some of the stickers out of the card pack. And another fun fold that opens up, and we added one of the stickers inside. This is one of the card pieces that's trimmed down. And then this is one of the 3x4 cards. And then the final one in this one is a double Z fold. And so again, we used one of the card bases for the background. This is the 3x4 that's on top of it. And then it opens up. This is another card that I cut into two pieces and then just added a sticker onto it. Okay, so those are the first 5 cards that they made. Wednesday's blog post, I will share the other 5 cards that we made using the striped cards and envelopes from the kit. All right, so I used the card bases as designer paper, so I ended up with 5 because everybody got a half a package of the cards and envelopes. So I ended up with 5 envelopes of this smaller size, kind of a note card size. And I forgot to bring my ruler over with, and I'm on centimeters here, but it's about a little over 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, okay, is what the size of the envelopes are. So, and I couldn't make my sample ahead of time because all I had left were these 5 envelopes and then a few of both the 4x6 and the 3x4 cards. So we're going to create this on the fly tonight. So we're going to start, and what I've done is I've folded the flaps back just to kind of get them started with a crease. Okay. And then we are going to slip, and I got that one I think was my top one as I'm trying to assemble. We are going to slip the envelope flap down inside the first envelope. And so we are just going to put some glue, and I'm going to use green glue because it will allow me to kind of slip and slide a little bit and not have to worry about it sticking when I don't want it to. And then just make sure it sticks down well. And then we're going to fold this back, and we're going to do the same thing again. So we are just going to slip this right into here. Come on. And see, that's why I want to use the glue instead of the seal. Okay, and just make sure it sticks down well. So these flaps are open. All right, and now we're gonna do the same thing. Darn it. With our 4th envelope. So we've used 4 out of the 5 now. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is, I think, and I'm just going to test this, because as you can see, this one's got some kind of rolling to it, and that's because I kind of put together sample. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so then I'm going to take this stack of envelopes, and I'm going to do the same thing with this, sticking it into the final 5th envelope. Okay. All right. So now I have a stack of envelopes. And anybody have a clue yet what we're going to do with it? Put some comments in there. Okay. So then I took the card elements, the 3x4s mostly, and trimmed them down a little bit. And so I started with a 4 1/4 by 6 1/2, and I used cinnamon cider on this one. And I'm trying to think if, yeah, that works. Okay, and then I scored it in half at 3 1/4. And this is just going to slip right into this envelope. And then I added a strip of one of the pieces. Okay, now this is going to end up being our front, but I don't want to do anything with that. I'm going to build the rest of it first. Okay, so there we've got one there, and then we're going to go ahead and adhere this onto this side. So now we have matching. And who said? Sharon, mini photo album. So Sharon is one who asked when I said, what types of things would you guys like to see? And she said, more scrapbooking. And so hopefully, this is mini, but hopefully this fills your need for that a little bit. And so we're just going to adhere this right onto there. And here we have a second page we created. So this allows us to have more pages. Okay, so then we're going to open it up. And then, and I kind of started to adhere some together just to save time. This is one of the 3x4s, and we're just going to put that onto there. And then I cut mats that are 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 so that I could then, this was actually one 4x6 piece, and I cut it in half so that it's 3x4. And so then we're just going to adhere those right onto there. So I'm just going to use, since my green glue is right here, that's what I'm just going to continue to use. And I'm just going to center that onto my cinnamon cider piece. Okay. And then we're going to put this one down on this side. I did not adhere the cinnamon cider piece inside the envelope, but I am gluing over the top of it. You could leave it so that it would actually pull out and you could have more pages interactive, but I decided I was just going to leave mine in there like that. Okay, then I have mint macaron, and I'm going to tuck that inside this envelope. And so I've already put that one on there. So celebrate, you could add a small little picture, or you could use that as a journaling spot. So you could write about whatever your picture is that you're putting on. And then this could be your mat for your picture, or you could take a couple of smaller pictures and put on there. And then, we'll go back and do that. Okay. And so then I've already adhered this one on. So we kind of have two that are the same right there, but that's okay. This one, I already put adhesive on the back of it and knew I didn't want to. So I just put some wax paper on there to keep it from sticking to everything. Okay, so then we're just going to stick that in there. Oh, good. So you like this, and it's a great gift. Okay, and then let's see. Okay, now we have a piece of smoky slate, and we're going to stick that one inside. So again, look at how many pages we're adding, 2 more pages into every section. Okay, so I mounted on smoky slate, and then this was again one of the 4x6s that I cut down into 3x4s. And we're just going to adhere that onto there. Thank you for the little heart. I appreciate it. Okay, and so this was the other half. So we're just going to put that here again. You could journal around here and then add a picture. Even over the top of here, you would get the little wood grain look. Yay, Roseanne, I'm glad you like this. And again, you could make it any way you want. This card and envelope pack come with 10 of each. So you get 10 of the stripes and 10 of the crumb cake color. So you can get a lot of stuff in it. All right, now let me see. Okay, this one. Nope. Okay, so we're just doing wood grain here. So this one's a great panel for a picture. You don't have to worry about covering anything up. Sandy's not joining us tonight. I don't see her on here yet, and this would be a great project for Sandy. She loves to scrapbook her grandkids. And this one's a great size then. You could, Roseanne, you could put Hadley and the new baby coming soon and carry around so that you can share all those pictures with all of us. Somewhere other than on our phones so that we have to search through. You could just whip this thing right out of your purse and start showing all those fun little baby pictures. Thanks, Helen. This is Annie's next virtual project, her and Tina. Okay, now we're going to use one more cinnamon cider. And we're going to tuck, and see, this was a piece that I had a score mark in from something else, but tucking it inside, I don't have to worry about that. Nobody's going to see it anyways. All right, so then here, let's see, I think the flower goes that way. And then here. So my niece has a new home. This could be good for her. She has a golden doodle puppy. And, well, she's over a year old now, but color would be great. She could put pictures of Hoosier in there, and then they just got a new home, so she could put pictures of her home in there. And she's a picture taker. Yay, Nancy likes it too. Good, I'm glad you guys are liking this one. I told the girls at class yesterday to kind of hang on to the envelopes because I knew I kind of wanted to do something like this, but I had no clue yet how or what I was doing. So I came home from work and I quickly, okay, you know what? I think I'm going to take that glue off from that side. I'm going to do this and use the stripe side so I've got a good spot for my picture there. Okay. Quick change. That's kind of the hard part with these cards. Some of them they're all double-sided. Some of them have things on both sides that are so cool that it's like, oh, no, now what I do? All right, so then how about a shower gift? You could make one of these up to give to the bride-to-be, taking pictures all day long, and then she can just slap some pictures in there right away. I'm going to have to take my adhesive remover because I got glue there. Okay, we're down to the final 2 there. And so this one was, again, one of the 4x6s, and I cut it in half and created 2 3x4s of the bees. Those of you who know, bees are kind of my thing. Not creepy bees, but cute bees. That is the name of my Stampin' team, is the Beehive Stampers. So I like things with bees, and these brushed brass butterflies added in are adorable. Catherine just joined. Yay. Catherine, you are the winner of the paper, the cardstock ring. So if you want to message me your address, I will get that in the mail to you so that you have that fun product. Okay, so we have the pages all done. Now we are going to go ahead and seal this shut. Now I could just lick that, but I'm not going to. Okay, and we're just going to glue that there. Now it's kind of plain on the outside, right? We need a little bit of something to make that look pretty. So I have a piece of fresh freesia that is, let me stop and remember, 4 1/4 by, I believe it's 7 1/4. And we are going to adhere that so that it gives you that little border around. It covers the binding, and then we're just going to attach it onto the back. And I'm thinking maybe I want to trim it down just a little bit more. I think so. All right, I have a paper trimmer right here, so give me a second. Okay, so let's take off. Let's go small first. Let's start with 1/8 of an inch and see if that is enough. Okay, so it's going to end up going there. Nope, I want another 1/8 of an inch. Always start smaller. You can make more cuts. If you cut too much at once, you can't take it back. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Get our scraps out of the way. All right, and here is, yep, that's the front. So it will go, that'll work. Okay, so now we are going to put adhesive, excuse me. And again, if you don't use green glue, that's my recommendation on projects like this because it does allow you to shift a little bit when you need to, but you do want to make sure that you're using a strong adhesive. Okay, and I'm going to start with the front because I'm more concerned with having the front super cute or all lined up. Before I do that, I want to trap that underneath. You got it. Measure twice and cut once. Okay. Do I want that now? No, I don't. Sometimes the ribbon, if you put it on too soon, the ribbon will create so that it won't completely open up, and I want to make sure it doesn't do that. Okay, so I'm starting with the front, and I'm making sure that it is where I want it, and then we're going to wrap. There we go. Check it out. Okay. And so just make sure, take your bone folder, make sure that it's all stuck down really well. Okay. And then we're going to take our ribbon and we are going to tie it in the center. That's going to help keep our album closed. And most of you that know me well know that I tend to tie things upside down. I get a little better bow that way. And I don't really know why. Okay. And then we don't have it connected yet, so we can kind of maneuver it a little bit. I want it right over this part. And I want this as flat as I can get it. Okay. Then on the front, yep. Okay, we are going to go back to, so see, here's how fun. There's a wood grain on one side, and then the other side has this pretty floral. This is actually one of the 4x6s. I used the wood panel on one of the other cards, and then I turned it over, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I have this beautiful flower image left. So I knew right away that that was going to be the front of my album. Okay. Normally I would dimensional this, but I really want to make sure that the ribbon stays caught underneath this one. Okay. So, and then we're just going to kind of center that onto the front. And it's going to give us a little bit more binding here than around here. Okay. And then we're going to turn it over. And we're going to adhere. This is one of the card bases, and I cut this down to a 3x4. Oh, Sue, that's awesome. I agree completely. This would be fabulous. Sue's got a friend who's battling cancer, and it could be a wonderful inspiration book. You could write loving little messages and things inside to someone. Bible verses or quotes. I mean, that would be awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay, and so then we're putting the back one on. This one is a mini one, obviously. You can do this with regular size envelopes and designer papers too. So again, great time to add on some of those celebration papers, and then you could cut pieces and add those onto it. It would be so cool. Okay, now we have sticker sheets, and I used some of them on the Sunday Fun Day yesterday, but we have lots left over. Okay, so let's go ahead and add some onto here along with some butterflies, because you need some butterflies, right? Let's put a big one right there in the center of the flower, another one down here, and how about a couple of little ones right there? And then, hey, Sandy joined. Sandy, I said, this is a perfect project for you. You can put pictures of the kids in it. Okay. And so then we're going to open up. And how about, and I'm big on scrapbook type things of using dimensionals to put sticker type things in so that it raises it up and you can still slide your picture underneath it. Okay, so let's just go ahead and we're going to add a bee up here. And well, maybe we'll save the other one yet. Okay, these are pretty good, although this is kind of cool down here in the corner. So again, let's use some bigger chunks here. You want to try to cover up as much of the sticky on the stickers as you can when you're raising it, because otherwise it kind of wants to stick down in spots. All right, so again, by putting it on dimensionals, you're able to kind of slide your picture underneath the edge of it. Okay, so let's just go ahead and add that right down there. And then this one I thought would be kind of nice right up here. So let's get a couple of dimensionals on this. Okay, any more comments? Annie's loving this. Good. Okay, so let's go ahead and add this right up at the top. You are a real blessing to everyone around you. Again, Sue, that would be a fabulous one to remind someone going through a rough time. How about, and this isn't, yeah, I think even with the blue we can get away with that. Do we want to do up at the top? Okay, we're going to stick that one right down. And how about a little flower down there? Ooh, let's see. Let's add a little journaling spot right there. And it seemed like I had one more spot I was thinking. No, I don't think so. I think I ended up flipping one of those pages over that I didn't mean to, but that's okay. I had this little green strip that I was thinking I was going to put someplace. Yay, thanks, Sandy. And I don't want to put green across this one. Oh, how about if we put another bee on that one? We still have a bee left here. Okay, let's go ahead and I didn't bring scissors over. There we go, that'll work. But again, this is a project, there is no stamping, there is only assembling. Okay. How about this one? Together. Okay, we're going to put this on here. And then one more. Awesome. And then let's just add this. You know what? Let's put it down at the bottom. And that's on our back page. All right, do we need to add some more butterflies in here? Oh, how about a little one on the flower there? And a couple on this. Well, let's add a couple of butterflies to our bee here. Can't have them all be right up at the top, right? Now this one needs a little one here. Okay. And do we want that? I don't think so. Too much. All right. And so let's get this stuff all out of the way. So I used all 10 card bases. I should take that back. I used half the package. So I used all 5 wood grain card bases, all 5 striped card bases. The envelopes for the striped ones went with those. The envelopes from this one, we made this fun thing. And then what I have left over are these stickers that I can throw onto other cards that would work great. Sue says, gonna need to buy some more butterflies. Yeah, I have a feeling those butterflies are gonna be just flying off the shelf, right? Okay, so again, this is just using leftovers from the card kit that I made the cards with. So let's go ahead, we'll tie this back up. And now I had the pieces pre-cut, but we assembled this whole thing in less than a half an hour. So the people like Tammy who like to make lots of something, you really could out of that. They go together very quickly. Okay, so again, out of half of the kit, we did, oops, the 5 cards and now the little mini album. How adorable is that? So let's see, the kits were $10 each. So you have $10 tied up plus some extra cardstock for the bases and things. So pretty adorable, don't you think? So you guys, for now, have a great week. Again, remember, tonight is the end of celebration. So if you did not get those fun freebies, make sure you get in yet tonight and get an order placed. Here is my current host code, okay? I have another of the Calming Camellia that I do believe that I may do a little giveaway for. So kind of take a look, place your orders. Team members, get on and get your orders placed tonight while you can still earn your celebration benefits also. And everybody have a great evening and a fabulous week. Take care. Bye-bye.